In the library, we have been thinking of ways to honor Annette because she does so much for us. And one thing we thought about as a group was the possibility of canonization. So being librarians, we ordered this book, The Pocket Guide to Sainthood, and realized that it was a little too complicated.
Annette wears many hats in the library. She's our supply maven and a walking handbook. She's the biggest problem fixer, I think, that we have in the library.
Just to kind of demonstrate some of Annette's thoughtfulness while trekking through the jungle in her vacation, while most of us would think of our own in our own relaxation, she was thinking of my daughter, and so she chose to buy her a dress. And so I really appreciate that about Annette.
So I'd like to thank Annette both for her patience and her photography skills. The shot you're seeing now is the product of at least an hour of wandering around campus with Pam, myself, and the group of students you see depicted. So Annette is to be commended for both her abilities to find the right lighting and the right shot and the right location, as well as dealing with me and Pam.
Unlike most of us, Annette enjoys buying a car and dealing with haggling over price with the dealer. When I bought my last car, she sat with me when I negotiated a price with a Subaru dealer through email. His final price was $250 more than I wanted to pay. He said, "What's the big deal? It's only $250. Annette said, "He's just trying to make you feel cheap." So I told him, "It is a big deal to me, maybe not to you." The next day he accepted my offer, thanks to Annette.
Also in the library, we have a history of the Nobel Peace Prize. As you may know, here is the Nobel Peace Prize, 24 karat gold. Jane Addams was the first woman to win this in 1931. However, when we researched it, it turned out that none of us are qualified to nominate Annette for the Peace Prize.
There are so many reasons why Annette is deserving of this award. She is literally a lifesaver. She keeps us all alert to the possibility of stones falling on unsuspecting passersby as they enter McCabe. She tells me, alerts me to my possible missteps, particularly with staff, and when concerns might kind of move into dysfunction. But I wanted to say something about why I hired Annette. It was really her cover letter. So at the time when we hired her, part of the things that she was responsible for was running the coffee bar, the financials, and the staffing of the coffee bar. And in her letter, I have to read this because I'll never remember it, she wrote, "I was immediately attracted to the position because I saw it as an opportunity to return to work to an organization that was intellectually interesting and offered new opportunities and challenges. I also liked coffee a lot and served many a cup during my college years."
So one of the great things about the libraries is the students, staff, and the faculty, they all come here for help seeking knowledge and doing their research. And what makes Annette's position so interesting is when the librarians need help, they go to her.
Dear Annette, you've been so wonderful since day one. There are so many things that I have to thank you for. But I thank you for the beautiful photos you took this year when I was talking to my students in front of the Randy McNally Club at the library. Best photos ever. You are a wonderful and gifted photographer. I do enjoy our conversations about Guatemala. Your most recent trip has been brought me back memories. Like, it was quite refreshing to hear you and see you on Facebook visiting all these places.
She's an extraordinary bread baker. She makes incredible sourdough bread that she's brought in for different events, and she also even brings in yeast sourdough starter for people if they want to bake their own bread. She's an amazing photographer, as others have said. Not only does she take photographs for the library, but she does it in her own time and is a really extraordinary photographer. And she has exhibited in several places, including Dirty Frank's in Philadelphia. And in that show, all of her photographs sold out.
Annette's always been a person that you could always talk to, call her up at any time of the day. If you needed something, she'd be right there.
Annette, you are an amazing production coordinator. We could not do the exhibition program without you. I owe you a bottle of bourbon.
She has this open heart of helping anyone that is in need. A question you can go to and ask, a problem to be fixed. You know, you go to Annette?
So after much consideration, canonization, the Nobel Peace Prize, we happened upon the Suzanne P. Welsh Award, and it is the perfect way to honor Annette.